Good morning, grade 10. How are you today? طبعا according to our plan, the weekly plan that I have sent you, we are going to go over some exercises in your workbook. We will do today, inshallah, exercise 1, 2, and 4. This is your workbook, page 56. Page 56. First of all, in the first question here, we have vocabulary section. And what do we have to do is to fill in the blanks with the missing term or with the missing word. هلا, first of all, we need to just to make a quick review about each one. The first one is performance. Performance, which means what? A show, acting show, musical show, painting show, costume show. This is performance. Audience, people watching a play or a performance. Lighting, the decoration, the lights in on stage. Lyrics, the words of a song. Stage, theater, it's the place where the performance happened. Track is what? The soundtrack or the music. Or we also said that track can be a group of songs in one album. That. Now let's try to put them in their right places. I had an interesting discussion with my friend Belly last night about going to the opera. He has only ever been once. He hated it because he was a long way from the stage, so he couldn't see the singers very well. He was away from stage, and that's why he couldn't see the singers very well. طبعا, you know what is the meaning of opera? When we have singers and they sing together. Or understand the lyrics. Lyrics, as I said, the words of the song. Because they were in Italian. But I go to the opera and classical concerts whenever I can. I think one of the best things about being at a live performance is being part of the audience. That's what makes the atmosphere good or bad. I've been to a few classical concerts where the audience have spoiled it by being too unresponsive. So here he's saying that some concerts were good and others were bad because of the audience. But when the atmosphere is good and the costumes and the lighting are just right, here he's talking about the decoration of the stage. It's such an uplifting experience. So those are the words, and I think they are clear. Now, in exercise 2, what do we have to do here? We have quotations, okay, about a film review. Film review. Now we discussed it yesterday. And here we have questions, and you need to find their answers in those quotations. Match the quotations from film reviews to the questions. First of all, before we move on to the questions, we need to explain some quotations here in order to be able to answer the questions. Let's read, for example, the first paragraph here, or the first quotation, and try to find what does it talk about. It's London in the 1930s, and Great Britain is on the brink of war with Germany. Here, as if I'm telling you the story of the film or the plot of the film. I'm saying that the film takes place in London, and when? In 1930s. And what is the situation? We have a war. Between whom? Between Britain and Germany. Okay, so they were in the verge, in the edge, the top of war between two countries, Germany and England or Great Britain. Now, King George VI must overcome. Here we are talking about the life of King George VI, Sadis. Okay, what's wrong with him? he must overcome his dreadful stammer to win the confidence of the nation and boldly lead his country into the war. هلا the story talks about King George VI, and he had basically a personal problem. What was his problem is that he had a dreadful stammer. Dreadful means terrible. Stammer, it means when you don't speak well or when you can't speak well and you keep repeating the same words again and again. You don't have a confidence in yourself. You keep on repeating your words over and over again. We call it ta'ta'a. You don't know how to speak. تخيلوا إنه this is a king and he can't deliver a speech to his nation. So this is actually a personal problem and he needs to overcome it. He needs to be able to speak well in front of the audience or in front of his nation. So as you can see here, this is the plot of the film. This is the plot of the film. So A goes with 4. What's the film's plot? It's about this king, George, and what is his problem? He needs to have a self-confidence and speak in front of the nation. That. B. Colin Firth plays the main part in this superb film. We have an actor and his name is Colin Firth. This is Colin Firth and he is a British actor. So what does he play? What is his role? He is actually the king. He is the king. So as you can see, B here goes with who starred in the film, who was the main actor in the film. Okay. C. Firth is King George VI, a king who needs to overcome a very personal battle. As we said, he is the king, and this battle is not between him and Germany. First of all, it's a personal battle between the king and himself. He needs to he needs to overcome this battle, which is to speak well in front of the people. This is the war. So C goes with 5. What role does the main star play? He was the king. D. Firth performs brilliantly. He's completely believable. يعني أنت as a reader or as someone who watches the film, you can believe Firth when he actually performs the role throughout the film. So this goes with your reaction toward the acting, the performance. How good was the acting? Goes with D. Firth, the actor, performs it brilliantly in a very good way, in a very amazing way. E. The music was well chosen to match the mood of the film. The music here, we are talking about the soundtrack. The soundtrack, which means the music in the film. So it goes with 6. What was the soundtrack like? Soundtrack, the music in the film. We talked about it. The last quotation, the point in the film when the king finally overcomes his stammer and makes a perfect speech over the radio to declare war. So here actually we're talking about a specific scene in the film. And the scene actually is when the king finally defeats his stammer and he was succeeded in what? Giving a perfect speech to to his people and to his nation. Declare, which means to announce the war. So F goes with 3. What was your favorite scene? I want you to match them with the quotations and do exercise 1. طبعا we are not going to go over all the exercises. 3 is not important or is not included. Now, exercise 4 is really important. The same page. Here we have phrases and expressions, and all of them are related to media. Let's go to the first one. Buy a ringtone. Ringtone, which means the sound that your phone makes when you receive a notification from application or when you receive a message. Sound, it means the ringtone. Okay, the ringtone in which you actually received when you have a message or a notification. Download music. What is the meaning of download? Yes, it means to move information from the internet to your computer or to your phone. You download music, you download videos, you download what else? Pictures, you download films. Send video messages. When you send video messages to somebody, this person can see you eye to eye. This person can see you eye to eye. Switch TV channels. Switch means to change. You change the TV channel from one channel to the other. Transfer some music to my portable MP3. Now here you move, okay, music, or you move pictures, or you move videos from your computer maybe to your MP3 or to your phone. Here when you change, or sorry, when you move media to your MP3 player. And when do we use MP3 player? We said we use it when we walk, when we play in the gym, when we study. Tune in to the radio, which means you listen to programs in the radio. Okay, now let's move to number 1. Is it okay if this program is awful? Here you don't want to watch this program and you need to do what? Yes, you need to switch the TV channel. You need to switch, you need to change the channel. Number 2, my mobile phone makes a scary noise when someone calls me. So I want to, yes, the sound that you receive when you have a message. This is what? Buy a ringtone. Number 3, I like to from internet sites rather than buying CDs from shops. Here what do? Basically you download the music from the internet to your phone or to your computer. Number 4, my friends who live abroad sometimes do what? Send me videos, send video messages, which is nice because what? You can see them very well. Okay, number 5. My mom likes to listen to the radio every morning so she can hear her favorite program. So what does she do? She tuned into the radio. She listened to programs on the radio. I need to that I can listen to my favorite tracks while I'm at the gym. Here you are working maybe, or you are studying. So what do? You move music from your computer to your MP3. You transfer music to MP3. Now I hope the vocabulary are clear. Now what do you have to do after you study? This exercise is very connected to exercise in your student book. Okay, it's page 84, number 6. What do you have to do? You need to do it as a homework. Okay, so your homework today is student book, page 84, number 6. It's very similar to number 4. The mark will be given to the first 5 students who send me the homework. Thank you so much.